Alright, so for those of you just tuning in, we're about to do a 4v4 between me and the viewers on the map Arabia. I'm going to be randoming civilizations, and of course this is going to be a high-rated match here, so all the players in here are of a very high-caliber skill. Now, I'm going to turn the pop down to 200, because a lot of the higher-rated dudes do like that, and yeah, this is going to be a very tough game. When I look at the players in here, this is going to be very, very interesting. And we haven't played with Aoe2 in quite a while, but he is a very, very high-rated, very good player, so... Ooh, Byzantines. Byzantines. That's something I like a little bit more. Not bad. Now, if I could just find my sheep, that would be swell. And of course, guys, brief disclaimer, as always, is that during these matches, my attention will be divided between playing the game, reading the Twitch chat, and providing a meaningful commentary, so... Pardon me if I don't play my best. Not only that, but this is, not my home map. I don't really play very much Arabia. I am primarily an Arena and Black Forest player. However, I can play Arabia when I need to. I'm just not as good at it. Either way, this will be a challenge, but we do have our Argentine, which does work out, but the enemy team does have Lombards, so it's going to be a tough match regardless. Byzantines, thankfully, one of my better civs, although I'd much rather be on the flank as Byzantines than the pocket. I don't remember the last time I was the pocket on Arabia. That never happens. I'm always flank, always on stream. Always the flank on stream. See how this goes. It's going to be a high-rated match, so I won't be able to read the Twitch chat as much as I normally do, but I'm going to try. I like my map layout already. This is really easy to wall off if I, for some reason, needed to. I mean, I'm in the flank, so I don't really need to. And I've already found all my resources, so, yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Do a little bit of forced drop-off, and I should be able to, you know, keep the town center always producing villagers. That's what I like to see. No idle time is best idle time, guys. Keep it up with the scouting. Not bad. See, players will scout with their sheep, and I like to do that in the higher-rated matches because helps you scout a lot more efficiently. You know, people would do that all the time back in the, actual medieval history days. Sheep were, of course, domesticated, not for their wool or for their, food or whatever. It was purely for scouting. They are the recon unit of choice for many of history's greatest empires. That's a curious gold location. Very easy to defend, but a little difficult to saturate. That's okay, though. Digging my map, guys. This is a pretty good map. Normally, I don't get to, get a map this good, but it's pretty nice. But, I'm not on the flank, so it's less likely that I'm going to get rushed. Since I'm in the pocket, which is, means that I am in the middle of my team, right? I'm not adjacent to an enemy. It would be a lot harder for someone to rush me because they'd be just so far. So very far. I think those are his sheep. I'm going to assume those are the Light Empire sheep, aka Squawk. Found all my boars, not bad. Normally, I would not get loom before I hunt my first boar, because if you don't get loom, then that means you basically get to make another villager, because that's about how long it takes to research loom. And if you have very good micro, it's important that you, take every little advantage you can get by, taking a risk and luring the boar without loom. Now, I'm not doing that right here because I know that this is a 4v4, right? And, some of these players here, they're from all around the world. Not the most stable internet connections, guys, and if I have to lose a villager to the wild boar, then that's just certainly not worthwhile. I don't trust the delay. One convenient lag spike could set me really far behind, so we just can't have that. That is no good. So I'm gonna, force drop off food every now and then. I don't want my town center to have any idle time if I can, help it. Should be good to go here. I'm the Byzantines. I am in the pocket position, and you always want to be selecting your strategy based on your position in the map. And in this case, I am pocket, right? So it's gonna be a lot harder for me to get rushed. So my opponents will have to walk a lot farther, and they do have to get through my teammates. So going for a fast castle age here is certainly a good idea. So I'm gonna go for a fast castle age. See where life takes us from there. Maybe I'll transition into knights or something like that. Sounds good to me. Yeah, there are no sheep on Fortress Hell. They give you the free farms. That's basically it. I'm gonna build another house over there. Do a little bit of scouting. Pull the boar over here. It's a lot more efficient to lure the boar underneath my TC rather than just, harvest it from where it spawns. That way my villagers don't have to walk like any distance to, drop off the food. They can simply just sit up, which is just really good. It's all about being efficient, guys. And, building a mill over here, even though my two boars were next to each other, is still 100 wood down the drain, and every little bit matters. Especially when you're playing against such, skilled opponents. There are a lot of really good players in this game, man. It's gonna be tough. Okay, Argena is Indians. That's interesting. And Lombard's Vikings. Okay. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the Byzantine Night Rush, mostly because, they don't get bloodlines, which does weaken the Night Rush just a teeny bit. Now, I'm gonna actually mine this gold with the villager with a little higher HP here. We found Lombard. A little bit of higher HP in case, for some reason, I get raided on that side. I sincerely doubt it, but you never know. Now, normally in this case, I would keep my scout closer to my base to go lure my deer, because the deer will run away from whatever unit is there. So if I position my scout like right here, this deer will run towards my town center, which is what I want. However, that's not really going to work here, mostly because that deer is just way too far away. It will never get to my base in time, so I'm not going to try that. I'm just going to do some scouting. The deer would really, really help with my fast castle time, but I don't think that... I don't think I'll really get to use the deer too much. They're just so far away. It's tempting to mill them, but again, they're just very, very far away, and it just might not be the most efficient thing I can do. It'll slow down my castle time, but we'll see. Any new beginner videos would be cool. Alright, Nintendo or bust. That's something I'll keep in mind as the class quarter ends for me. See if I can squeeze out some of the new... some videos more tailored to the newer crowd, but I mean, everything I've said so far in this video hopefully helps you in some way if you are a new player. Everything I do in that sense is kind of tailored to the new player crowd. I really want to make that transition from single player into multiplayer a lot easier, and that's why I do videos at all in the first place. Is I'm all about trying to help you guys learn strategy games, make strategy games a little bit more approachable. That is what I try to do. That's what my videos are for, no matter what game I'm playing, whether it be Aoe2 or just anything. But of course, it goes without saying that the focus of my channel is definitely Age of Empires, at least for the foreseeable future. I mean, playing AoE as long as this game still exists. And boy, do I have to say, Aoe2 has a remarkable longevity. Honestly, I can't believe how old this game is, and it's really popular. A ton of people still play this. They really do. We have an amazing community going on here. It's great. So what can you do as the Indians, Wolfer wants to know? Well, the Indians are, a civ that's unique to the Forgotten, and I have to say I was a little bit disappointed with them. They did not live up to my expectations, I guess, in terms of their strengths. They're okay. They have their uses. They're kind of weird, though. They don't have knights. That's their thing, is they don't actually get knights at all. The Saracens don't get cavaliers, but at least they get knights, whereas the Indians don't even get knights. Their thing is that their camels were supposed to be designed as strong raiding units. They gave them extra armor, they made them do extra attack to buildings, so they wanted to make the camels a better raiding unit, because right now they're really not. And camels aren't a good raiding unit right now, because one, they have no pierce armor, so they get, absolutely destroyed by town center arrows. And in addition to that, they take bonus damage from the arrows, and they really, with 5 attack, it takes them forever to kill villagers. They're really only good against other cavalry, so. Now, the Indians can raid with camels. It's not that great, but the thing is though, that the camels do have an attack bonus versus knights, so, by rushing with camels, you can actually take on the enemy's knights one-on-one, even if you have less camels, so that's very, very good. Move my TC to deers, yeah, I guess. I mean, I could have lured the deer to this mill, but dude, they're so far away anyway. It would have taken a miracle. It would have taken a miracle, indeed. It's been a really long time since I played with Argeden and God's Knight, so it's great to play with them again. Although I did play with God's Knight somewhat recently, but Argeden, not so much. It's been a while. It's been a while. Okay, so I'm not going to get the fastest Castle Age I've ever had, but it should be okay. Should be okay. Put down a blacksmith. Don't have enough for my market yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Always try and build your market with more villagers than you build your blacksmith, by the way. This builds so bloody slowly. Ah, perfect. Got kind of a ghetto wall-off going on over here. Not that it really matters. I don't anticipate getting rushed. I would normally build a barracks in the pocket, but I don't think I need to in this case. Apparently Orange lost 2 vills, and I would rather play a little bit more on the defensive, greedy side of things rather than putting down a barracks in a stable, which you'll usually see the pocket do. But in this case, what I want to do is I want to maybe put down a couple extra town centers. Because my strength as a player comes from, several years of playing with my friends who were like, oh, please don't rush me. Please don't rush me, residents. Not before, like, 40 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever. So booming is something I'm good at. I'm very, very good in the late game side of Aoe2, so I prefer to play to my strengths rather than be too aggressive. Now, I will go for knights, but I'm not going to commit to them super duper hard. I don't think I'll go 2 stables. Maybe 1. I might go 2. It depends. It depends on what our needs as a team are. And since we're playing the Forgotten, I can get cartography for free, which is pretty nice. Found Carcade. I mean, Carcade, right? I look at Carcade, and he's right next to Argeadin, who I know is a very strong player. Looks like he's actually gonna... This is very greedy of Argeadin, but I think this is probably wise. I guess the way his map is laid out, like his gold's towards the back of his base, so it is kind of defensible. He's going to go for a fast castle age here into crossbowman. We know this because we see the blacksmith right here, and he's got his feudal age building, the archer range. Those are the 2 buildings he needs to advance, and bam. It pays off. Fast castle age, very, very risky on the flank in Arabia. You usually don't see people do that. You really don't. Because it's super duper risky. But, Argeadin here has recognized that Carcade might be a little bit slower than he is, because Argeadin very, very good. And, if he can get away with this, it's going to give me a huge edge. If you're on the flank, you usually want to go for some sort of feudal age warfare, or, like, a dark age rush with militia into, a fast castle age of some sort. Or you can just transition from the drush into whatever you want. You usually don't want to go for fast castle age, because it leaves you defenseless for so long in the early game. It makes a big difference, guys. It does. Okay, scale barding armor. Again, my night rush is going to be, a bit delayed, but this is basically how you do it. Normally what you would do, instead of building the market, if you're going for standard night rush, is you, build a barracks, and then you build a stable. So stable and blacksmith will be your feudal age buildings, whereas in this case I went for the market because I want to try and get at a couple extra town centers, and we'll see. Normally you would go for a drush into a fast castle, but I'm in the flank. I'm not in the flank, right? I'm in the pocket. It'd take forever for my militia to get there. It's okay to go for, a Dark Age rush into a Fast Castle Age if you're on the flank, because the good news is that the militia will keep your opponent occupied for long enough that you should be able to get the Castle Age, before you start getting heavily pressured. Fast Castle Age leaves you defenseless early game, but really pays off if you can get away with it. So stable coming down, I've got the +1 defense, which is very, very important when you are trying to raid your opponent, because you want to take less damage from their crossbowmen, less damage from their town center. So, hopefully, Nintendo or Bust, this type of commentary helps you out a lot. I think there's a lot that can be learned from this, even though I'm not, spectating somebody. So, should I go for the 2 stable? You know what, I'm actually gonna I'll go for 2 stables. I'll go for 2 stables, just to show you guys, something a little bit heavier, I guess, on the offense side of things. So, go for the 2 stables, make some knights, I'm gonna start doing some heavy raiding, so. Argeadin up to the Castle Age here. I've had faster Castle Ages, but without deer it can be a little too difficult, and while I could have gotten to the Castle Age sooner, it would have been at the cost of some of my economy. So we got, 2 stables coming out, and this is going to delay my future town centers by quite a bit, but that's fine. God's Nice is going to need support, and that's why I'm going for 2 stables, because you never know. You need support, you need support. Be on the way with knights coming out from 2 stables, and the way I have my economy balanced... Well, good night, Angzy. Thank you for showing up, man. The way I have my economy balanced, I should be able to, sustain production from both of those stables, as well as keep my Vill production rolling, which is what really counts. Just keep popping out knights, popping out knights. Could have sworn I set that gather point over there.
No.
I guess they're heading over now, right? I don't... What are my knights doing? I'll never really understand how unit pathing works in this game. Spy a watchtower and a lot of vulnerable villagers. I feel like when you build a lumber camp, all your villagers will just like spawn on one side, like they'll walk to one side of lumber camp. It's really weird. I don't know why they do that. And I feel like that's like unique to Aoe2 HD and not. I don't remember them doing that in the original game, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Need gold mining. Two stables means more farms indeed. Always try to adjust your eco to meet your needs. It's a dynamic thing, right? Yeah, get out of here, son! Since I got the +1 defense upgrade, I'm pretty much impervious to any Feudal Age units. Yeah, I mean, knights are such a common thing to go for, like, when you get to the Castle Age, because they're just so bloody hard to counter. Honestly, you know, spearmen don't work so well against knights. Usually not so much. That thing is dead. I hope he's okay. Argiden needs me, he needs me. But he has his I'm not his pocket, like, I should be helping God's Knight. As the pocket, you always want to be helping the flank that's closest to you if possible. Yeah, they'll go for some sort of Feudal Age mumbo-jumbo, you go for some Castle Age mumbo-jumbo, you guys support each other. That's kind of how the Arabia metagame works, but, you know, it can vary, obviously. Let's see, build a farm. Should be able to, you know, take these fights. I can be kind of greedy here. I might be, like, horrendously outnumbered, but he has a slight hill advantage on me, but it's not the biggest deal. I just focus down these spearmen. Should be able to win this fight anyway. Yeah, that's how powerful knights are, guys. And I don't even get good knights, that's the thing. Now, I am running a little low on food, so I'm not really going to be able to sustain knight production from 2 stables anymore, but the point is to, you know, catch them off guard. I don't need to continue, you know, heavily producing knights, because I don't want to, you know, really starve myself completely of food. I want to be able to, you know, keep the pressure on, and I've made enough knights here. You don't want to overcommit. I want to get out some degree of an economy. That's what matters more at this point, is I need to, you know, get to the late game. How is this going? It looks like it's going pretty well. Good job, guys. I'm actually doing a pretty good night rush. Wow, actually. Guys, I'm playing well. Oh. I feel like I always play really sloppy during, like, game 1 on the stream, and I, like, play much better in game 2. Yeah, I'm actually... It's kind of like a textbook night rush, honestly. I mean, minus the fact that I've got this extra market, but... I wanted the cartography as well, because it's not like I'm on Skype or anything with these guys. So communication's important. If I didn't get that market, and the main reason I built it was for cartography, is so that I know where God's Knight needs me without him having to, like, just, like, ping all the time. Now, I can also buy a little bit of food here, because, again, I can just, you know, lay off a bit on the knights. Just want to get out a slightly larger economy. Don't forget your eco upgrades, by the way, guys. Those are, like, super duper important. It just makes a world of difference. It really does. I would say that it's important to prioritize, like, double bid X. Very, very important. Troy, you want to use my feelers for help. What? Alright, so, good news is, I don't think that this is completely walled off, so should be able to, you know, just do some pretty substantial damage here. So we've attracted our wolf, domesticated a wolf, guys. And yeah, I'm on 2 TCs, not the best. I want to be on a 3rd one really soon, if I can. Just kind of worm my way in this guy's base. I've done so much damage to Twist, he's, like, really screwed at this point. I do see that the Uckle has gone for an Eagle Warrior rush, but it appears to be very delayed, because I don't remember seeing eagles from him earlier. Yeah, I really don't. I think I've done a lot of damage to T-West. He's still in the Feudal Age, 24 minutes in, so I've basically just actually taken him out of the game at this point, which is what I want to do. Done so much damage to him. So much damage to him. I've killed so many villagers. All those villagers are idle. He's still in the Feudal Age. This is perfecto. And God's Knight's, like, at such an advantageous position because he's got crossbows. Orange, pretty dead. But he has a wall. So I probably can pay a visit to the Uckle right now. And now I have enough stuff that I can start putting down additional town centers. I see I'm gonna get raided by knights. That's not okay. That is not okay, in fact. That is not ideal. So yeah, orange, pretty crippled, done my job over there. I do see some knights coming in. I really wanted to put a TC over there, but it's not going to be the case. Should be able to stop him. So I have a couple knights over here. I do need to get Horse Scholar, yes, but again, it's lower on the priority list. Like, that's the thing. That kind of stuff doesn't make a huge difference. What matters more is that, you know, you're making better use of your units, that you're building up your economy. Don't get me wrong, Horse Scholar is important, but in the scheme of things, it's not the highest priority. What matters more is what I'm doing with my units. Thank you so much for subscribing, Almighty Fluff. Alright, I don't know why. For some reason, he's decided to box in his knights over here, and he's not really doing any economic damage with said knights. So, because Lombard chose to do that, his knights won't be able to kill any of my villagers. It's probably a significant mistake. Thank you, Almighty Fluff, for that sub. Much appreciated. Build more stuff. There's his wood line. That's good. Now I wonder where this dude's mining gold, because I don't see any gold miners. What's this side going? Seems kind of evenish. Okay, good. So I got to kill all of Lombard's knights, and I only had to, you know, use a few of my own. Not a big deal. As long as I'm not trading knights for villagers, like, that's what matters. Really just don't want to fall behind economically. Give these guys an inch, they take a mile, you know? So got a bunch extra knights. Not really doing too much. What about these guys? Just gotta drive T-West crazy. I'm doing that right now. Not giving him any breathing room.
Yes.
Could use another TC though. It was smart of Lombard to try and raid me, I think. Keep me, you know, off of his teammates a little bit. I don't think it'll make a huge difference. Just because he didn't get to do anything with said knights. Oh, I see there's another wood line over there. Yep, pull out a little bit. I don't know why. For some reason my units are just not responding to my commands today. That's weird. Maybe it's just like there's a substantial amount of delay. I don't know. Anyway, more lumberjacks. More. Ooh, I see. He's got this area, you know, relatively well protected. That's a shame. Found my other knights. It's bad. Hard to micro with such delay. What life goes on? So much lag. But as long as I keep him busy, I mean, it really doesn't matter what I do with the knights too much at this point. I've already put the enemy team behind by, like, a lot. And I should just be able to boom off of this. So, not the end of the world. How's this DC going? Not quite up yet. I'm gonna try and pull out here. I usually don't want to fight the pikemen one-on-one, but it's not like I have too much of a choice, because guys don't pull back in time, but we'll see. I kind of want to just buy 100 stone, I think. Get another TC. I really want to get the boom rolling. I just kind of want to go imp. Like, I feel like the knights just not serving me too well at this point. Enemies have the pikemen out, and once you get pikemen out, knights become a lot less effective. Like, when you can sustain production of pikemen. Yeah, they're all pretty crippled. Except for Lombard. Lombard, not so much. Probably pay him a visit, actually. Since the rest of the guys are kind of crippled on that side. Lombard needs some loving. Do. Okay, swing by Lombard's Eco. This looks like a vulnerable point. Let's do it. Okay, I've got enough TCs now that I can just kind of safely boom. Put down a siege workshop. So I want to start thinking about the Imperial Age. Just wanted to get a lot of villagers first. Maybe I should stick to knights in the time being. That probably won't work. My knights are nowhere near that. I'll build a market over there. Okay, I have too many lumberjacks. Too many lumberjacks. Okay. Okay. Just gotta keep the pressure on. That's a lot of Eagle Warriors. Okay, well. I should get hand carried. I should probably get hand carried. I have no fills at this point. Oh, thanks, Syrian Sniper. I mean, it's all relative, I guess. This is probably my worst map, but I mean, I watched so much of this game, like, and I've been playing it for long enough that while I might not be the best mechanical player, I should be able to, really help you improve your game and learn a lot about it. I can tell you what, the best players would be doing right now. Not to say I'm bad, I'm just not, like, I'm nowhere near the level of Viper, obviously. The Viper could just mop the floor with me effortlessly. Doesn't really have to try. They have a lot of things. They have a lot of things that I'm not a fan of right now. Pikemen and stuff. So I think the trick here is to start transitioning to something else. Yeah, he should reinforce that. And to click up to the next age, which thankfully I'm Byzantine, so it's not too bad. To the university, yes, yes.
Yes.
So go up to the next age, pressure with the remaining guys I have, start transitioning into a slower moving army on that side. Maybe I just have to go heavily into Cavaliers.
Yes.
2, 3. Finish that university.
Yes.
Okay, that's a heavy, ooh, that's a thing. That's a thing. This is a thing that's happening right now. That's not fantastic. This is bad news. I didn't mean to do that. Let's do this. Oh, this is bad. That's some dog piss. Alright, get him, knights. I'm gonna lose so much of my eco here. Build the said castle ASAP, yeah. This bad. This very bad. How is this man doing? This man not doing so well. Build the castle, please. Build the castle faster, yes? It's smart of him to do some raiding. Okay, that should solve that problem, but, that was a big blow to my eco. Not the most fun. It's not the kind of thing I like to happen. Those are all dead. Well, mostly dead. Just send some knights over there. Ay, 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 why is he watching his guys? Oh, it's so bad. Ooh, Eagle Warriors as well? Oh yeah, they're both Menzo, aren't they? That's not good. I need more knights. I need more gold miners. One's preferably in a safer location. Okay, those are all dead eagles. These are soon to be all dead eagles. Out! Pesky eagle warriors which resist my ranged units. That's a bad turn of events. It will put me quite behind. But I should be able to recover from that. Just might take me a second. Okay. My base is clear. This is good. I can invest a lot more into helping God's Knight. Okay, that side's all cleared out. That's good. Just hotkey all of these archery ranges. Okay. Okay, chemistry. Knights. Probably need champion steel with all those new warriors.
Attack an enemy now.
Yes.
Okay. More stuff, more stuff. Ooh, that's a close fight. Well, hopefully they can hold that, but if need be, I'll stop by their side. I don't know where those units are pathing. Either way, I'm gonna start pressuring this man. Another blacksmith coming down. Need ballistics soon. Probably get thumb ring. Spy with my eye another guy. I wonder if I can kill some bills, actually. Probably can. Racer. Ballistics. Oh, that's good, that's good. They're doing well. Alright. I've got hand cannons coming out now, which is what I want, yeah. Okay, he's got a lot of stuff. Where are my villas that were like over here-ish? We need siege workshops. We need them now. Okay, good. He's got trebs coming. If I can get some bombard cannons, that'd be nice. He says he has trebs incoming, so if I just protect those, should be good. Should just be able to pump out some stuff. Let's see. Squires, attend me. Ready, sir. Maybe I should build, like, more markets. Okay. Siege workshop is done. Alright, yeah, he shouldn't be able to kill that. If we get out some hand cannons, then those eagles suddenly not a big deal. I feel like I need more vills. I can also just sell the excess resources at this point. Okay, you end up losing that no matter what. I feel like that was going to happen. It's just kind of inevitable. Just build a couple of trade cards. It's not bad. Now, there is a small chance I get raided again, which would suck balls. I would like to avoid that if possible. I'd also like to, you know, not lose any eco. Now, I'm going to delete a couple houses here, so I might get housed for a brief second, but shouldn't be a big deal. We've got a big army coming in.
No.
Oh, Lombard's resigned. Okay, alright, nice. Got him. GG, well played. Good job, guys. Got him, we got him. Surprised he called games so early, honestly, but I mean, he was in a, I guess, not the best position, so I suppose it's understandable. Just building up more houses. Hit that with a bombard cannon. I try to always build like a wide variety of units so you guys can. Units that cover each other's counters and play to your civ's strengths. You never want to be building like cavalry archers on 2. This is just bad. Yeah, the game is indeed not over yet. This is a really good game. I've been actually having a string of decent Arabia games recently. I guess like I'm much better at team games than 1v1s. I don't know. I'm a much weaker Arabia 1v1 player than team games. Because I guess like most of what I've ever played is just team games. Because I like to. It's hard for me to justify playing 1v1s. But it's like, why can't I play with everybody? You know? Yeah, I guess he does. Perhaps he was a bit frustrated. Which is a shame. We are getting in that position in the game, though, which really does favor me, so I like that. This is my strength. Nothing but the late game imp fights. Where I feel strong like ox. Oh, whoops. I think I unhotkeyed a few things, but it doesn't make a huge difference. Get a couple more hand cannons out there, and yeah, I've got counters to his units covered, and my army is very budget. It's very cheap, so I can afford to make these trades. GG, well played. Not too much gold invested in my units. I invest them in what counts, which is the hand cannoneers, the bombard cannons, which I need to deal with like the castles and the eagle warriors, and then the skirms and the halberdiers are mostly here to soak up damage, be that meat shield I need. And yeah, not bad, not bad. So yeah, for once, you know, I did a full-on night rush, didn't put down a early TC or something like that, just to bring you guys something different. And hopefully by watching this, I've, you know, helped you improve your understanding of Arabia team games to some degree. Hello, Jim Hoppa, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much. Coming by, as always. So yeah, I hope this improves your understanding of Arabia team games to a degree, because I think it is pretty complicated, and, you know, really the most important thing to keep in mind is that as the pocket, you know, you want to be going usually for fast castle age to go help your flanks out with some knights. You know, maybe cav archers if you're Huns or something like that, maybe eagle warriors, plumed archers, conquistadors. You've got options, but, you know, usually it's knights. And if you're the flank, you know, you probably want to prepare for some early game fights. Maybe you want to make some, you know, archers. Maybe you want to, you know, go for a scout rush, perhaps. If you're on the flank, you know, you never want to go for fast castle age unless, one, you think you can get away with it because of your map, or just, you know, your opponent flank is very slow, or usually you want to go for, like, a drush into a fast castle age, so you want to make a couple early Dark Age militia. If you want to know what a drush looks like, I recently uploaded a video on that, so you can just search for that if you'd like. But basically, yeah, you know, going for a fast castle age can be very risky on the flank, so you usually want to prepare. Usually, there are exceptions, like Argidin did go for a fast castle this time. You want to prepare for an early game fight. And yeah, this is basically how you handle it. And then as we move into the late game, what matters the most is making the right units for the situation. So, making a wide variety of units that, you know, cover your strengths and weaknesses, and yeah, you just move the line forward with some siege weapons, and you're basically good to go. So really well played on everyone's part. This was a great game. I had a lot of fun. I got a lot of fun with that one. So my night rush was actually very, very effective. Transitioning out of the night rush into something else can be difficult, as we could see, right? As after I lost my knights, my economy wasn't really quite adjusted to what I needed it to be, you know, set to. But I did manage to actually shift my economy in the right direction, get to the Imperial Age, and transition into some other stuff. So the point is with, even though transitioning out of knights into something else can be hard, it should buy you plenty of time to do it by, you know, really setting your opponent's back. And my knights did a lot of damage to, you know, West and the Uckle, so I managed to have enough time that it was okay, that my transition to Imp was a little sloppy and slow. So that's okay. I mean, that's the whole point of the drush, is that it buys you time, keeps your opponent busy so that you can transition into something else. I don't want to be making knights forever, because sometimes, yeah, massing paladins, if you're the Persians or Spanish or something, can work pretty well, but I was the Byzantines, so I don't actually get bloodlines on my paladins, which does definitely matter, and I don't get Blast Furnace either, which is the final attack upgrade for the paladins, so in the late game, they're a lot less gold efficient than if I was the Persians, for example, who have all the upgrades on the paladins, so usually you want to play to your Civ strengths, and while massing a bunch of paladins and just going through and just killing people's economies, just going through eating all their town centers with a huge group of paladins would be good. On the flip side, the enemy had a lot of pikemen and stuff. I wanted to be prepared for that. They had a lot of eagle warriors. I wanted to adapt the situation, make some hand cannoneers, because I didn't think that we needed to go for like super heavy raiding. The enemy team had wall-ups. They had a lot of pikemen, defensive castles. I think we needed more of a slower push style thing. It's always like, you know, it's always based on the situation. You got to make that call, and that's the kind of thing that comes with experience. Is the more you play the game, hopefully the better able you are to make those type of calls. And it's really good to see that a lot of the players in this game did have a very strong economy. I like that, although I do think that the Light Empire with 86 villagers, 47 minutes in, is a bit too low. It's a bit too low. You always want at least half the max population of the game to be villagers. So make sure you keep an eye on that, guys. You need as many villagers as it takes to continually sustain troop production. If you're running out of gold or something like that, and you're like making your army, then maybe you need more trade carts or gold miners. Run out of food, maybe you need more farmers. But if you're floating like 10k of a resource, maybe you should delete a couple villagers and replace them with some military units. It's something that it will take a lot of practice to get a good feel for. Definitely, definitely. So anyway, what a great game. Everyone played really, really well. My teammates did exceptionally, so that was great. It was kind of like a textbook game. Worked out really nicely, so yeah, good job, guys. Good job, guys. And great to play with a lot of the people I haven't played with in a while, especially Arjidin, so it was a pleasure, man. Okay, so, GG well played, guys. I hope you all enjoyed watching this match as much as I enjoyed playing it. I had a blast. What a great game. If you liked this video, if you could please do leave me a like rating, I really do appreciate it. And, of course, if you enjoyed this, you'll probably like the rest of the stuff on my YouTube channel as well. I have plenty of other Age of Empires 2 videos there, as well as videos for other games, so if you like this one, you'll probably like those as well. As always, guys, thank you so much for the support. If you would like to get in on, the Age of Empires 2 live stream, or just any live streams at all, then, head on over to my Twitch page, scroll down, you'll find the schedule. Got a lot of cool stuff coming. The Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire playthrough is coming as soon as my capture card ships, which is just up to them, because, it's in Japan and it takes them a long time. I did already order it. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming along, a lot of more AoE, some Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds as well is on the way. Keep your eyes peeled. And, yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I'll be back in just a moment with the rest of the live stream, so stay tuned, and, yeah, GG well played.